Good evening and welcome to Rouge Reveals number 4. It is the 23rd, it's the eve of Christmas Eve. This is the 4th time I've gone live behind the scenes for Rouge Reveals, and this is the Rouge Opera Studio. So I'm going to play the title so I can just double check all my settings, and then I'll be back here to reveal some fantastic content from the Rouge Opera VIP Pass site, and as usual do a little bit of promo. So, my name is Bronwen Stevens-Harding. I'm the director of Rouge Opera. If you've seen the other Rouge Reveals on my timeline, you may have seen a fantastic carols performance. You may have seen a fantastic sing-along carol, Ding Dong Merrily on High. I've also shown you one of the interviews that we have on the VIP Pass platform with composer Will Todd. Lots of great stuff we're revealing to you because I've been promoting the Rouge Opera VIP Pass platform for quite some time now, but we have had everything hidden secretly behind the members' paywall, which of course is important because art is work and we need to be paid for our art. But we're so excited about all the content we have produced this year, and we're in a big drive to get people to sign up and also to give the Rouge Opera VIP Pass membership as a gift. So you have less than 48 hours to get some last-minute Christmas gifts. Of course, you can always give a Rouge Opera VIP Pass membership as a gift any time of the year, but particularly for Christmas, we are seeing lots of orders coming in with lots of lovely messages. You can book online, you can put a message for your gift recipient, you can set the time and date that they receive that. Most people are choosing Christmas morning, and then your gift recipient will receive an email with a virtual present to open, which of course, because we're Rouge Opera, is in the form of a musical unwrapping. And then they will have their log-on details, their secure link to the site, and they can choose to sign up and activate their membership at any point. We do recommend people activate on Christmas Day if they receive their gift on Christmas Day, because we have a very, very special Christmas Day episode, which will be released about 4 p.m. But everything on the Rouge Opera VIP Pass platform is available on demand. So the format is there is a weekly live show which goes out live on Fridays at 1 p.m. GMT. But you can watch that on demand at your leisure, and then there's a lot of other great content. We have a performance archive which consists of standalone pieces of arias, duets and ensembles that you can dip into. You can search by composer, you can search by title, you can search by voice type, I believe. It's been a while since I've categorised all of those. So you can really dip in and out of your favourite and our favourite performance pieces. And we also have some interviews, as I mentioned. We showed one of those in Rouge Reveals earlier today. And we have 2 other segments. One you would have seen if you'd seen a previous Rouge Reveal, which of course you can just go back through my timeline or the Rouge Opera page timeline and have a look. Those videos are still up. We are also going to show you today the treading the boards of history. So what you would have seen is the Secco 60, which is explaining terms like aria, ensemble and duet, if they're not familiar to you, and lots of other wonderful musical terms. And what you'll see shortly is a 3 to 4 minute video that our movement director and choreographer Michelle Buckley has put together. She is just full of fascinating insights into the history of opera, theatre and ballet. So not to be missed on the site, and you will have a reveal taster of that shortly. But I'm going to start this taster session, this teaser session, this reveal session. There were lots of names that went through my head of what to call this little segment with a wonderful duet. And this is from the opera Don Giovanni, which was one of our staged productions. We were able to do that in person last year and this year, luckily, before everything, went south. And this is a virtual performance that was created during the first lockdown. And one of the challenges in lockdown is that we couldn't get together to perform. We couldn't have people here in the Rouge Opera studio at that point. So we had the challenge of creating something remotely, which on stage would have involved 3 people: pianist Guy Murgatroyd, oh my goodness, it's the end of a long day, pianist Guy Murgatroyd, and Don Giovanni and his assistant Leporello. This video that you're about to see was created by those 3 people and myself as director, so really in 4 different locations, and then put back together. So, enough talking from me. Let's hand over to Sam Young and Jack Holton and, of course, Guy Murgatroyd to hear O Statua Gentilissima, the duet from Mozart's Don Giovanni.
Hi, Sam Young here. It's a pleasure to be back for another live stream with Rouge Opera. Today, I will be performing as part of the duet La Statua Gentilissima from Don Giovanni, where I will be playing Leporello. At this point in the opera, Leporello and Don Giovanni have come across the statue of the recently deceased Commendatore, who we meet very briefly at the beginning of the opera. And Leporello has discovered that the statue might be talking. I say might because in our production with Rouge Opera, there might have been some drugs involved. So Leporello is trying to decide whether or not the statue really is talking, or this is just a massive trip. Anyway, to prove that he has no fear, Don Giovanni wants to invite the statue to dinner. So Leporello is trying to negotiate this in his brain, while trying to negotiate with a potentially talking statue. So this is La Statua Gentilissima with myself and the fab Jack Holton.
O statua gentilissima del gran commendatore, padron, il trema il cuore, non posso terminar. Finiscila, o nel petto ti metto questo acciar, ti metto questo acciar. Che capriccio, che gusto, che spasetto, io sento mi gelar, lo voglio far tremar, lo voglio far tremar. O statua gentilissima, denche di marmo siate, a padron mio, mirate, che seguita a guardar, Mori, no, attendete, Signor, il padron mio, badate ben, non io, vorrei con voi cenar, che scena questa, che scena questa, o ciel, chi l'ora questa. Voilà che sei un buffone, un buffone. Guardate ancora, padrone. E che c'ho guardare. Con la memoria a testa, il fa così. Con la memoria a testa, il fa così. Parlate, se potete, vetti a cena. Sì, muovermi posso per la scena. Buon bec, a cena. Per carità, parliamo. Che carità, parliamo. Andiamo. tua, per carità, sarò il piacere, per carità, il mondo piacere, andiamo
So we had great fun making that virtual performance, as I said, recorded in the first lockdown. So that's one of the virtual performances that's available on the Performance Archive part of the VIP Pass platform. In the summer and now even during the second lockdown, we created this Rouge Opera studio and we made it a COVID secure workplace. So we have had both Sam and Jack live in the studio giving other performances, and it's been a really interesting process for all of us as performers and, you know, myself as director, Guy as a music director, learning to work firstly in this completely disassociated way where we were recording remotely and trying to collaborate with each other over Zoom and phone calls and that kind of thing. And then the joy that it was to come back together physically in the same space, which is this studio, but which is still a very different performance environment from what we were used to even at the beginning of the year. So we've all had to getting used to performing in this new space through a camera lens to an audience that we can't see immediately. But all the singers who've come here, and myself and Guy, you know, we still get that thrill of live performance. And even though it's absolutely not the same as being in the same room as an audience, in the same room as your colleagues on a big stage, fully costumed, etc., it's still a way to bring this amazing art form to life. So I'm going to show you very quickly a part of the VIP Pass platform. You've seen all the links scrolling past my head here, so you can, as I said, sign up for yourself or give it as a gift. And if you do that, then what you are going to see when you first log on, first come to vip.rougeopera.co.uk, is this welcome screen. And what we were just seeing is from the archive. So let me just get the right window open. So you can go to the Performance Archive and you can search, as I said, by composer, you could search by arias, you can scroll through and just see all of the content that we have on there. And that content is a combination of pieces created during the first lockdown, as I said, but also as we do our live shows week by week, we take performances out of that, our favourites out of that, and create them as standalone pieces of content as well. So you can either watch a live show and enjoy that performance in the context of the show. So each live show every Friday is themed, and we curate 3 or 4 pieces of music around that theme. So you get not only the performance live or virtual, but you also get myself and Guy and the singer telling you a little bit more about the music and the character. So that's one of the things we're really excited about the Rouge Opera VIP Pass, is that ability to give you a very personal segment of opera. And we definitely have plans for next year to get back to fully staged operas, and we will be finding ways to bring those through the camera lens, live streamed or broadcast to you on the Rouge Opera VIP Pass platform. So if you did want to give the Rouge Opera VIP Pass as a gift, would you like to hear some more about it? I think you do. Here's a promotional video made by Hilary Stevens.
Malamina, il catalogo è questo, dei belli colmo il paramio, un catalogo legio, addio, osservate, leggete con me, osservate, leggete con me. In Spagna 640, in Almania 200 e centina, 100 in Francia, Turchia, 90, ma in Milano son già 1.300. 1.300. Quante queste contentine.
So the music that accompanied that great little promo video was from Rossini's La Cenerentola, the story of Cinderella. And that is taken from another fantastic piece in our performance archive, sung by baritone Crispin Lewis, and it is the aria by Don Magnifico, who is the father of Cinderella, and he sings this absolutely crazy aria about a dream he's just had, where he wakes up and he thinks his daughters are donkeys, and as Rossini is so great for, and as that story and opera is so great for, he has this fantastical vision, and it's just a pure comic moment as well as being fantastic music. So if you wanted to check that out, that would be in the performance archive part of the VIP Pass platform. So another thing that we have on the platform, as I said, is insights into the history and terminology of opera and classical music. So what I'm going to play you next is a reveal of our very first Treading the Boards of History episode. So Treading the Boards of History, as I said, is the brainchild of Michelle Buckley, our movement director. And not only is she a fantastic dancer and choreographer and movement director, she is also a complete history buff, and she just has so much fascinating information to impart, and she's put it together in a very, very engaging manner. So here is episode 1, which is all about one of the most famous womanizers in history.
Hello, and welcome to Treading the Boards of History with me, Michelle, Movement Director at Rouge Opera. Here we'll take a behind-the-scenes look at the history of theatre, covering a myriad of subjects from opera to ballet to costume, composers, singers, dancers, musicians. So let's set the stage for this segment's topic. What do Casanova and Mozart have in common, other than being so famous that they can be referred to by a singular title? That's right, Don Giovanni, possibly the biggest womanizer in opera repertoire. And of course, history's most famous womanizer is Giacomo Casanova, a name that has become synonymous with the term. An 18th century Lothario, philosopher, author, inventor, gambler, traveller, in all honesty, he did everything, and everyone, including Teresa Cornelis, an operatic soprano who toured with the likes of Gluck and his opera company. Not only was she one of Casanova's many lovers, but she was also a famous Madame of Soho Square as the owner of Carlisle House, a place of entertainment for London's social elite. Not only did his conquests include famous singers, actresses, courtesans, women, and men, but he was a social butterfly as well, rubbing elbows with the bigwigs of the 18th century, and maybe even Mozart himself. 18th century Europe could be a very small world. Young men of the upper classes, those in the newly created middling sort or middle class, and many performers would take grand trips around Europe to soak up the culture and find inspiration in the architecture and landscapes abroad. A young Mozart and his family even came to London on their own grand tour, seeking performances and trying to make a name for themselves. Lorenzo da Ponte was the librettist of 3 of Mozart's operas, and later became the librettist at the King's Theatre, Haymarket. He was also a friend of Casanova. Theatre is a theme here, and opera was the biggest thing since sliced bread in 18th century Europe, with opera houses popping up across the reigning empires of the day. Mozart, ever the procrastinator, was still working on his opera the night before its premiere in Prague. He may have even only completed it on the morning of the opening, on the 29th of October, 1787. This musical city may have been the place where Lorenzo da Ponte introduced Casanova to Mozart. Musicologists and historians still argue how much influence Casanova had on Don Giovanni. The first claim was made in 1876 and was later supported by papers that have been found in Casanova's hand, which seem to show he had been working on a particular section of the libretto. We do know that da Ponte, in the days leading up to the premiere, had been called back to Vienna, leaving Mozart alone to finish the job. It has been noted that the musicians who first performed this masterpiece saw Casanova visiting the theatre during rehearsals, and he would have seen one of the earliest performances. He was later asked if he had seen the opera, and allegedly said, "Seen it? I practically lived it."
So I know I love going back and watching those episodes over and over when I have time, which I'm going to have over Christmas and New Year, because there's just so much fantastic information in there. Thank you, Michelle, for creating such fantastic videos. So I'm going to show you the past platform again. If I press that button and then that button, we should be back. Here we go. And so this is the home page again. We've seen the history, we saw the archive on the history section. If we just click on that, then we see the episodes that we have there from Michelle. Lots of fascinating topics there. We have women in theatre, makeup, costume, so a whole lot for you to explore, and we're looking forward to getting some more episodes from Michelle in the new year. The other sort of behind the scenes educational, I guess you could say, although they are very entertaining as well, is the Seco 60, which if you saw the Rouge Reveal earlier today, maybe it was yesterday, it's all blending into one at the moment. That is the component put together by music director Guy Murgatroyd, where he unpacks a piece of opera or classical music terminology in just 60 seconds. And they are absolutely fantastic videos as well. So we have 24 episodes of those, and a new one comes out every week on the live show, and then is available on demand on the platform. So that is some of the additional content that we have on the platform, as well as, of course, the shows. So you can log in every week and watch the latest show. Our final live stream on Friday last week was the theme of Love 2. We started our whole past platform with the theme of love. So our very first show back at the end of August was on the theme of love. But it's opera, that's a big topic. We're going to be coming back to that over and over again. And then we also have a show archive where you can go back and catch up on all of the previous shows. And I know, again, people enjoy going back and dipping in and watching those shows more than once, because it's a curated hour almost sometimes of performance. And Guy and I just love sharing our passion for the opera and the music that we're presenting. So, you know, there's a lot of information to absorb and to engage with us on, as well as, of course, the wonderful performances. So I'm going to play you one more opening gift promo video, because the message is gift, gift, gift. If there's someone that you want to give an extra gift to this Christmas, why not a VIP pass? If there's someone you've forgotten about, you can very, very easily get an online voucher delivered to them immediately, or tomorrow evening, or first thing on Christmas morning. And trust me, it's incredible value. A 1-month pass is, as you have seen in the promo video, only $9.95, and the person gets a huge amount of content as well as 4 live shows for that price. So our next gift video, I believe, features Crispin again. Let's see if I'm right.
Fervidissima regina, l'unica di verrà, e di loro la nozzina di ne vorrei abbraccerà. Re piccolo di qua, servo, 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 re bambolo di là, servo, 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 e la gloria mia sarà, sì, sì, la gloria mia sarà. Fervidissima regina, l'unica di verrà, e di loro la nozzina di ne vorrei abbraccerà. Re piccolo di qua, servo, 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 re bambolo di là, servo, 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 e la gloria mia sarà, sì, sì, la gloria mia sarà. Ogni piccolo cuore di bambola là, ogni piccolo cuore di bambola là, e la gloria, e la gloria, e la gloria mia sarà. Ogni piccolo cuore di bambola là, ogni piccolo cuore di bambola là, e la gloria, e la gloria, e la gloria mia sarà. Terribissima regina, la regina verrà, e di loro la docina di ne vorrei abbraccerà, e la gloria mia sarà, e la gloria mia sarà, mia sarà.
Yes, so that music that accompanied that great gift opening promo video was Crispin Lewis, baritone, singing the Cenerentola, which I mentioned earlier. So almost at the end of my Rogue Reveal for tonight. I will be back online early tomorrow morning because that is evening for the antipodes. So all the people in Australia, New Zealand and South Africa can get a Christmas Eve treat. I'll be featuring a very special Australian edition performance, which was on one of our shows a couple of months ago. So do tune in for that. You may see scrolling in the box above me, there has been some advertising for our virtual carols, and we broadcast that live Sunday just been. That is still available for you to buy and watch as many times as you like. So if you're missing live performance of carols, you can have almost the next best thing. In fact, it's even better because you can replay your favourite pieces over and over. You can buy the Rogue Opera Carols Quartet for just £10. There are 6 or 7 performance pieces where they deliver these absolutely stunning 4-part harmony and duet and solo pieces for you. And then there are 6 or 7 sing-along at home carols as well, with the words coming across the screen, so you can just relax and belt out the descants as you please. So I'm going to play you our promo video for that, and then I'm going to say good night for now. So that was our promo video trying to get us some Christmas work. Obviously, with all the changes in the tiers and restrictions here in the UK, we didn't end up doing any live pop-up performances, but we are ready for next year. So if you know anyone who wants to book ahead for Christmas 2021 for in-person pop-up carols, we are available. But instead, we have delivered this absolutely fantastic virtual live stream concert from the Rogue Opera Studio, which is available on demand until the 27th of December. So thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the reveals from all of our exciting content. Not all, it's a very small part of the exciting content available on the VIP Pass platform. Do please consider giving it as a gift. Please consider sharing this Rogue Reveal with anybody you think might be interested in it. And if you're interested yourself, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial and explore away of all of our fantastic performances, insights, interviews, and on-demand content. I will see you all soon. I will be popping up again tomorrow. I'm going to be like those marketing emails that come in on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. When you just think you haven't heard enough of that company, here they are again offering you something, but let's hope this is a little bit more melodious and personal. Have a lovely evening, everyone, and I will see you soon.